Hello, lovely wild hearts. Oh, oh, my voice is not wanting to talk this morning. Good morning. I've got me in my pyjamas. How is everyone today? Coming in with a collective energy reading and energy tune-up. Let's see what wants to come through. Oh, what's on the split? Messages, and I'm just going to show you those. Prosperity. They might be for someone. There's abundance coming for somebody today. Take that. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you'd like a more personalised reading, please follow the link in the comments below. I would love to read for you. Right, what wants to come through today? Oh, meditation, stillness. What this card is actually reminding me of is something which is called co-regulating. So, for those of you that have got my emotional first aid kit, and those of you that have been following me for a long time, you are on the healing path and recovering from childhood trauma. Many of you are. And this card is about being with someone else. So I co-regulate with my therapist. We don't sit back to back, we don't even touch, but she holds space for me in the room, which creates safety, and then that allows me to relax and be in my body. And then through working with her, we do what's called expanding the window of tolerance. So expanding how much you can be with all your feelings. So more recently, interestingly, I'm much more in touch with my anger, which is leading to joy. All these sunflowers are reminding me of joy. Who would have thought that? Because I'm channeling my anger in healthy ways, and in the past, my anger's been coated in shame and I haven't been able to access it. I've had to stuff it down with food or feel like I'm not allowed to have it. The thing is, when we numb out feelings as a kid, when we numb out one, we numb them all. We can't selectively numb. So as you get back in touch with your anger, then that opens up the joy. See how that works? Isn't that amazing? Let's pop that one there. I'm also thinking about the people who can't meditate. Well, this is about connecting with other people. Look at that. Friendship. So this is about maybe co-regulating with a friend, or being around people who don't make you feel like you're hard to love, who actually love you for who you are, who are encouraging, who are cheerleaders. I was going to say, for those of you that can't meditate, please have a look at one of my journaling courses, because I find that when you're journaling, you go through the mind with all the chitter-chatter that's going on, and then you can drop down into the body and find some calm and peacefulness. Don't worry about it. I couldn't meditate for years. In fact, when people ask me to meditate, I used to get quite annoyed. Let's go in with the Synchronicities deck and see if we can tell a bit more about this story. Wake up these cards. How are you feeling today? Do you feel good today? Go inside your body and have a little check-in and see what's happening in there. Oh no, you see, there's a sorrow here. Well, there's a sorrow around a relationship then. Are you around lots of people but you still feel very alone? That's possible, isn't it? That's always possible. You can be in a room full of people and feel completely alone. What's on the bottom of this deck? It's the card of rest. There's so much emptiness in these cards. They're not very colourful. They're very bland and barren, aren't they? Look, there's no leaves on the trees. There's no grass. There's just concrete and this darkness. And this is just very bland. So when we go into a resting space, we can feel like we're falling into the darkness. And I think that scares a lot of people, which is why we resist meditation, because we think, oh, I'm going to fall into this big black void, never to return again. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Let's pull some more cards and see what else wants to come through. The way it works is that your body will only process what it can in the moment. So you won't it won't all come in and be too much at once. That's why we're talking about having a window of tolerance and expanding it. When it does get too much, you know, and then you just stop. Oh, look, this is about having a good friend, a loyalty. So maybe your friendship has ended because there's this sadness here. Or maybe you're seeking deeper connections with people, different kinds of friendships. You know, I dog sit a lot, and I find being with the dogs has really helped me build up trust and build up the way I show up in relationship, because dogs are just big bundles of fur, aren't they, that give unconditional love. They're like love in a fur coat. So maybe your pet is a companion for you today, but I get a real sense of loneliness. And when we feel lonely, we don't necessarily need to be around more people. What we need to do is re-establish our connection with ourselves and our connection with spirit, or with nature, with source, which is really what meditation is. It's about coming back to all that is. It's about coming back from, connecting back to that energy that we came from. I always feel like when you feel like the odd one out, or you feel like you're trying to go home, like you don't belong here, it's because you've lost that connection with yourself. And it is possible that you are around people who don't get you. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Mummy and baby bird. You see, the mummy carries the home on her back. She is the sense of home, welcoming in the baby bird. But the baby bird is turning away from the mother. So if you didn't have this nurturing connection early on in your life, then it makes forming friendships with others really difficult. And it's a significant trauma. I mean, anything that happens before the age of 7 pretty much defines who you become until you start to do the work on yourself. They are your defining years. We've got 12 here. 2 and 1 make 3. So I'm wondering if this was around the age of 3. You see, at 3 you would have been becoming a toddler. You would have been starting to say mine and wanting to rush off and not be with mummy. There you go. No, I'm being my own person. And mummy didn't like that. She got offended by that and took it personally, perhaps. But there's something in your connection with your primary caregiver that is impacting your relationships, but it will also impact your relationship with yourself, which is why you feel this deep sadness. And so, as I said, meditation, co-regulating, speaking to a therapist about how you feel, but also recognising that I suppose we can find that connection with spirit through walking in nature. That is a good way to do it. Let me grab my, I'm just going to grab my self-care cards. Let me see if I can grab them. Hold the line, caller. I'm going to pull a self-care card for you because I feel like I'm drawn to pulling those. Oh, before I do, look at the card that's coming through underneath that bird card. Anchor. You see, your parent is meant to anchor you, to be your sense of safety in the storm, and there's no one there to anchor you. So it's about anchoring and grounding yourself. If you would like to, I'd invite you to have a look at my emotional first aid kit. I'll pop a link in the comments below because that talks about exercises for grounding, and some people would call it mindfulness or somatic work, like being in the body and connecting back to the body. I think that's really important. Let's just have a look at this one. Doesn't feel like these cards have got much energy in them today. Hola, hello. We mustn't be impatient with them. They'll be like, sod you, making me work hard. Oh, I'll flip over when I'm good and ready. I hate that, don't you, when other people tell you what to do and you don't feel like doing it. Oh yes, here we go, look. We've got nourish yourself. So this could be about emotional nourishment as much as it's about eating the right foods and taking care of your body. But it's about reparenting and mothering yourself. We've got dance. So dancing puts me back in my body. I loved to dance as a kid. So again, it is about being in the body and about letting go. Letting go. It does release emotions and shifts energy when you get in your body and dance. And the last one, you've got the pets again. She's got a cat in her lap. Slow down. She's meditating. So maybe the meditation is about being in the body, about reconnecting with the self, about slowing down and not getting blown about by the stress. And maybe it's stressful relationships around you, as it keeps talking about friendships and connections. And just withdrawing and taking a bit of time to nurture and love yourself today. So that's today's reading. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, drop me an animal in the comments below. We've got cats, we've got rabbits, we've got birds, we've got dogs. And give this video a little like so that other people get to see it, because I'm sure other people would like it too. And take care of you, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.